All right, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall is blessing your day. Um, by His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house's body, and we're naturally alive. I'm mad how I was just doing this. I was itchy, but like Tyrone Biggums from the Chappelle Show right now. Like, anyway, man. That's anyway, but yeah, man. I want to go into this, man. Like, is you know what it is too. It's like, you know what? I was talking about this with my homie the other day, right? And this is like, it's always good to know, like, what you're talking about, man, because this just is what it is, man. It's not. I'm not saying because we talking about like sports analysis and things of that nature, the Super Bowl and things of that nature, and different takes on different things like sports, music, and things of that nature. But a lot of times too, like when we watch like certain podcasts or certain sports talk shows, it says a lot of things that we saying. It's like, yeah, man, we always say to like because I respect his mind and this what just as a man, like just and like I mean my homie, he not a word or whatever, but like it's like one of those things where people they have aspects of the word like in them, like just who they are, but they just don't believe. It's kind of like that, man. It's like I don't know, like he's one of the people that are like that. I know, man. It's a few people I know it's like that, man. But it's just even as in life, even regular, I respect his perspective on things, even if we disagree. Like his mind, his perspective, his outlook, like and one who he is. So and likewise, he said the same thing for me, man. But yeah, but we talk about this a lot of times too when we talk about a lot of times and we say, man, it's like good because we know what we talking about, man. And it's good to know what you're talking about a lot of times too. Even if you don't, that's okay because let's guard this inside right, man. Because listen, because a lot of times there's power in saying I don't know, man. Because like that's where that like for me my pride can kick in a lot of times with that, like no, because what it is too. It's a weakness like a lot of times too, why people say this, they don't realize the power of saying I don't know. If you don't know something, hey, that's fine. Just say I don't know, man. The scriptures even say that, man. So, like because even actually yesterday at work, like last night at work, man, you know, somebody asked me a question. I was about to answer it, like like I knew. I was like, no, this scripture came to mind. I was like, no, I don't know. I was like, listen, I'm probably not the best person. I'm not sure. So, yeah, because it's crazy because I was watching I was watching I was not watching. I was reading an article about it. I think what's it called? They do a good job though. It's about like psychology article, and it was like kind of those things like people that it was something that they said more intelligent people don't do things that nature according to psychology, and one of them they say that I don't know, but or no. They said this. It says I'm not an expert, but he said, listen, a lot of people that aren't intelligent. They said a lot of people that aren't intelligent, or they say those type of things. But I had to tend to disagree with that because I think that's honestly it takes a lot of a lot of courage and a lot of intelligence to say that. Listen, I don't know. That's above my expertise on things. You know, because yeah. Here's Ecclesiastes chapter also known as Sirach chapter 3 and verse 21. I don't think this is the one. I want the one you don't have an answer. The neighbor shut their mouth, but this is good. No, okay, I'll read both of them. I found them both. But yeah, Sirach, Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach chapter 3, verse 21, says, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search it out things that are above thy strength. So yeah, and that's what David said in Psalms, like, was it 113? I'd say, I don't concern with matters higher than me. So yeah, and just trying to, and that goes into like, especially always trying to go too deep, especially in the word. Like, no, man, just focus on like, that love, man, like, the fruits of the spirit, the faith in the Most High Yahweh. Like, then that's the difference between like, like things about the gospel, the testimony, and also to the in doctrine a lot of times, because doctrine a lot of times you can try to get deep and things in nature, but it's focused on even though it is like a really deep and really complex, but it's simple at the same time. But the testimony, the gospel, and the new covenant things in that nature, it is. That's why the wisdom of Solomon says what seek him with a simplicity of heart, and also too 2 Corinthians, the simplicity of Hamashiach, man. So that's neither here nor there, but also too there's a lot of power with saying I don't know, but here it is. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, if thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. So yeah, it's okay saying you don't know, man. But I was just reading this earlier with with the in the Good News Translation with what you call them talking about Yahweh Shai, man, Proverbs 16. But like I said earlier, it's also too a beautiful thing when you know what you're talking about, man. That's how Yahweh Shai taught. He was taught like the ones ones that had authority, man. So like, he told one that had authority, not like the scribes and Pharisees, man, because he's very skilled. He knew what he was talking about. And actually, I want to get into this, man. Proverbs 16:10, because on another level too, this is talking about like, that's why in 1 Kings 3, Solomon's judgment like was so perfect, man, because the judgment pretty much came from the Lord. His spirit and wisdom, it all came from the Most High house. It came from the Lord. That's why. But let's just grab this too. The king that speaks with divine authority, his decisions are always right. So yeah, you could look at that as with Solomon with the baby, like with the woman, two harlots, and like when he split the baby up, that's gonna be looked at in that aspect. But listen, but let's look at this in this aspect as well. It says the king that speaks with divine authority, his decisions are always right. So yeah, let's just get this Matthew chapter 7 verse 29 real quick, man, because how did Yahushua teach and preach? Too, that's what even said about Ezra, Paul, like certain people that just had it. They just, the word just flowed. The word was in them and it flowed, man. They just know it. Certain brothers that I even watched that are like that, man. Like I don't think I'm like that at all. Like I just do this because I like doing it, man. Like talking, building with y'all brothers and sisters, man. But shout out to the brothers like Brothers Assembly of Firstborn. Brother Kwame called Charlemagne. I was actually watching a class now, but I wanted to do this. And brothers like Aka War, Brother Elijah, man. And also other brothers as well, man. And like so, yeah, man. This is what it is, man. At the end of the day, all this stuff is for the for the Most High Yahushua to get to esteem, man. It's not like a top 10, top 5 type of list, like not that type of stuff, man. No, man. This is life and death. This is so that the people with the faith can get increased, no matter how big or how small, man. It doesn't matter, man. So I can believe on Most High Yahushua, as the scripture said, sermon sincerity and truth, man, and their faith and their life changes, man, and for the betterment of others and for betterment of themselves. So. Yeah, but let's grab this too. Speaking, let's read this Proverbs 16:10 one more time. It says, "The king speaks with divine authority; his decisions are always right." So yeah, let's get this Matthew chapter 7 verse 29. For he taught them as one having authority and not as a scribe. So you see, yeah, because it was the divine authority. It came from the Most High himself, man. That's why he's the prophet unto Moses. That he put out all. Let's get this Deuteronomy 18:18. He put all the words from him into Yahushua's mouth, man. So, yeah. That's just is what it is. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18. I'll raise him up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee. I'll put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. Yeah. So, like, and it says, for he taught them as one having authority, not as the scribe. So yeah, let's get this in Ezra 7:6 real quick, man. Yeah, because Ezra was skilled scribe, man, ready scribe. I mean, he had a lot of skill, and then we're gonna hit that. We get that Proverbs 11. We get that too. It says Ezra chapter 7 verse 6. This Ezra went up to Babylon and was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, and which the Lord God of Israel had given, and the king granted him all his requests according to the hand of the Lord, his God upon him. So yeah, let's read this again, because it's crazy. Because I stopped a little bit because I was thinking, like, it's crazy because Ezra's names means born in confusion. So I think because Ezra was in Babylon, but he's pretty much born in confusion. But but he was very skilled with the words. So it's like it's crazy how this is going to show you the power and the esteem of the Most High Yahushua, man. Because how you can make not saying Ezra was simple, but how you can make the simple wise. Because Ezra means born in confusion, but he wasn't confused himself. He's just born into it. But by him, there's a lot of skill, skill that came out of that, man. So people's faith can get increased, man. So that's neither here nor there. But let's get this Ezra chapter 7 verse 6. It says, this Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, in which the Lord God of Israel had given, and the king granted him all his requests, and his according to the hand of the Lord, his God is upon him. So see, yeah, let's get this Proverbs 11 real quick. Proverbs 11, verse 30. It says the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. So see, he that winneth souls is wise. I mean, you have like the extra skill, like you have to know. And with this too, you're actually speaking psychology earlier, man. You got to understand the psychology in spirit of people, man. With this, man, because like a lot of times that's why I'm still trying to understand, like things that nature. I can't come with condemnation here. There, you gotta say it this way. This isn't life in general, man. You gotta just know how certain things is as well, because what it is too. A lot of things is too. This is just what it is too, because like a lot of I was talking about this with my homie, man. Like, a lot of times too, when we even talk about analyze sports, man, I always look at the spirit and like, the psychology of like, of the players, how they're gonna like, how is that even going to work out, man? Because I always look at it as that. Of course, sometimes it can work out. People can put these things to the side, but you can tell by certain people's personality types is either going to work or is not going to work, man. Because I got to like months ago with disagreement with my homie about this, man. Like because of course y'all that follow basketball, y'all know back in 20 years ago, almost 21 years ago, that Carmelo or 03 in the 03 draft, Carmelo had the chance to be drafted by the Pistons, man. So he could have been on that 2004 Piston team. My always thing was like, that probably wouldn't have worked. He probably could have got one or two out of that, but it probably wouldn't have worked a long time because due to how that team was, how the team synergy, and how everybody was so selfish, and there was really no key guy. Like, of course, Carmelo wouldn't have been the main scorer, been the main guy, but seeing how they gelled together, I just don't think like how like that would have worked. And also too, how Chauncey Billups later he played with Carmelo. On the Nuggets, he said how like a lot of times too when they would win and when Carmelo didn't have a like good stat line, he would kind of be down. But when they lost, he had good stat lines. The things would be cool. So that even told me like, okay, that probably wouldn't have worked. And also too, y'all probably know that following the NBA like years ago, like 2011, 2010, Chris Paul had a chance to play with the Lakers and with Kobe. But me personally, like the Brother Chronicles you said one time, like I don't think that would have worked either, man. Because I just look at the personality types and things of that nature. So I don't think that would have worked, man. But that's just more of I'm using those as an example of having like that's how like these men here like were ready scribes, and you gotta know people to know the word, man. Because a lot of times when it's like Valentine's Day this past, right? Like, it does, like, even with the holidays, right? It doesn't matter how much, like the brother sent me first want to say, how much information you teach the people about these origins of these holidays. Hit them with the word, hit them with the origins, and do lessons or do all that stuff, man. But listen, it's been like it's a psychological thing for them though, because they're looking at it as a traditional thing, that things that have been passed down. They don't know about the history of it. Even if you do show it, it's like, well, okay, like I'm just celebrating this. I'm just doing this because my family did this, my parents did this, my grandparents did this, and pass it down. And that's a lot of times to our brothers and sisters in Christianity. It's just something that's been passed down, because a lot of times too they had a zeal to Most High and Yahushua, but a lot of times too it's just not the actual knowledge, but it's a lot of things it was just passed down to us, and that's why we're even in there. So that's things like that you had to know, like just know people know how the human mind works. It thinks associatively. A lot of times it's you just had to know that. So yeah, man. But yeah, let's get this Proverbs 11:30 again. It says, "The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, but he that winneth souls is wise." So yeah. So and also too that the Yahushua, this is talking about Yahushua that is wise. He that winneth souls, because Yahushua, won souls, man. Like even to this day, like and more when we focus on the gospel and testimony, more the gospel and preach and the law and the testimony and the gospel and the new covenant, that's when souls are going to be saved as well, the elect being sealed, like as well, man. But that's why it's the one is wise, because that's why, speaking of Solomon early, now greater Solomon's here. So let's get this Matthew chapter 12:42. It says, "The queen herself shall rise up up in judgment against this generation, and shall condemn it. For she come from the uttermost parts of earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, a greater than Solomon is here." So yeah, man, and that's just is what it is too, man. So yeah, man, I kind of want to get to that today, but I might do that today, might not. But yeah, man. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. That's just the fact that having know what you're talking about, having that authority, knowing what you're talking about, man. Because okay, I'll share this little story, man. Because like a lot of times too, it's like I might not be the honestly, I might not be the best speaker of things in nature, but when it's concerned things about the Most High Yahusha, the word, I can speak on, like, I'll speak on not everything, man, because I'm still learning, like, but I can speak on with like kind of confidence, man, because I'm gonna give you a little story, because I was doing door-to-door sales like last actually almost 2 years ago, man. Now it's 2 years ago, and it's a good sister I had met, man. We it was like where was that? It was in like in Oregon, like not bro, or I mean in Alney section. Like that's what the company was doing door to door. We was kind of going driving around. Went to Northtown a couple of times, but nice sister I met, man. And I was kind of nervous, man, about the door to door sales. So I'm like, okay, I don't really know. I'm really not a good salesman, honestly. I'm kind of not, to be honest with you. Or God, like that's why a lot of times with jobs that were what's it called what's the job called when you gotta get oh my gosh, what's it called? It's killing me. It's on the tip of my tongue too. Oh my gosh, what's it called? A lot of jobs that were by commission. Yeah, by commission. I wasn't good at. It's like dang, because I would kind of like dang, okay, I would have to rely on the skills of me selling things to give it to the people. But a lot of times too, yeah, get jobs with commission I wasn't good at. But yeah, but so the good salesman things of that nature, that was my thing. So that's what we was kind of doing. But I did it because it was an opportunity. I forgot how I even heard about it. I think I heard about it online. But we was like, no, in the system we was driving things of that nature. But I was talking to her about the word, and she said, you know what? And she wanted me to use transferable skills because she said, you know what? You notice how what you just said, because I was talking about her, about like Jacob and kind of how like listen to that time, like we was Israelites saying into the word. She said, you know what? Notice how you just told me about that, like with confidence. I need you to do this and this type of field with this. When you speak to people door to door, talking about electric and things of that nature, gas and electric. Things in nature. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, so that's what it is, pretty much to know what you're talking about, or as well, and having authority, knowing what you're talking about. As well, not that I'm just something so great, I just know what I'm talking about, like I'm right on everything. No, I use that example how good it is to have that, man. That's what Yahweh Shai had, and a lot of these righteous men were, man. So and a lot of like brothers are now, man. So yeah, man. So hopefully this was edifying, man. I had something else to say, but it's all good. So peace.